I like, click, subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. It's Netflix time. This movie's called Boy.
A young chauffeur who is at a crossroads in his life escorts a pair of clients around Barcelona and becomes embroiled in their mysterious quest.
Mysterious Quest is right, because I couldn't understand what the fuck was going on. Came out 2018. It's an hour and 50 minutes long. It's one of those Spanish dramas. Spoiler alert, let's get it. So we start off with this guy named Boy, B-O-I, and he's a chauffeur. And I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, they do have subtitles, but in English the subtitles don't come up. Their accent is so thick I could barely understand what the fuck they were saying. I hope y'all watch the movie and y'all can figure it out for your boy. Have at it. So he lives with his aunt and his dog. He heads on over to the airport. He's got to pick up these two guys named Michael and George. So he gets to the booth, clocks in for his people, and then they're ready to go. Now Michael's a very talkative person. He loves to have casual conversation. George, on the other hand, is strictly business. They drop him off at his hotel first. He tells Boy to come back at a certain amount of time. Security tells him he can't stay there. He's got to move his car around the level part of the lot. While he's chilling in the car, he's trying to call this chick named Anna. When he looks up, he spots somebody. He spots this girl named Claudia that's like one of Anna's best friends, I guess. He's trying to find her, but she's like, man, she don't want nothing to do with him. Like, get the fuck out of here. This old lady pops up like, hey, you gotta respect her wishes, let her go. I'm like, bitch, I don't know you. Mind your own goddamn business. Anyway, back to protocol. So he picks up Michael and George. They want to figure out what was going on with this red building. I was like, damn, I want to figure that shit out too. Apparently it's called the T Hotel, but we don't get any more information about it. It's just a weird looking hotel, right? Well, anyway, he dropped him off at some South Region Expo or something like that. He's like, yeah, come back in like 15 minutes. Afterwards, he's talking to this dude named Mao. He gives him the idea of treating his clients to a restaurant or something. See, Mao's the guy that got him the chauffeuring job in the first place. He's still trying to find a way to get in contact with Anna. Then this guy come out of nowhere in a taxi talking about, yeah, we're watching you. I'm thinking to myself, what is this, taxi on limo beef? Like, what the fuck is going on? As he's taking a break, he goes to this bakery shop. And this is like the dumbest commercial in the history of commercials. She's like, yeah, do you think I can make coffee come out of my nose? And then she couldn't do it. We were like, yeah, me neither. There just says Cafe Apolloso. My face exactly. The commercial is fucking retarded. So anyway, as he's about to dip out, this little guy comes out of nowhere and just pops up at the door just staring at him. So I'm thinking to myself, is he being followed for something? Like, what did he do? So anyway, he goes back, pick the guys up. George tells him, I told him not to go anywhere. I'm like, dude, I can't stay parked at the vineyard. I gotta move around. So then they drop him off at the restaurant that Mao told him about. He's like, man, fuck this shit. I'm about to get a smoke break. I think he was texting Mao at this point, but they didn't say about what. Then Michael and George get into an argument. Then they get back in the whip. They drop him back off at the hotel. George is like, hey, 7:30 tomorrow, for real. So when George leaves out the car, Michael starts talking some crazy ass shit. Talking about George is the reincarnation for everybody in his clan and stuff. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? He's like, alright, whatever, nigga. Then we see him driving down the street. This woman is down there. And then we never really get a clear look at her face. All of a sudden, he looks back. There's a baby in the back seat. And the car coming full speed ready to crash into him. But that part was just a dream. He wakes up, kisses his aunt, and gets ready for day 2 of driving with Michael and George. So as he's picking them up, only George comes out. So he's like, where's Michael? So he has to go to the hotel to get Michael. Michael tells him, come on in real quick. He takes her to the bathroom, and Michael looks scared as fuck. He looks in there, and whatever it is stinks. All he says is, you think it's a reasonable amount of blood. So I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm not sure if he murked anybody or something, but like I said, we never see the body. He tells him, don't tell Gordon about this, so clearly they were sleeping in different rooms. So then he goes back to the spot, meeting with this guy. This guy is Mao. Then we get the story about who Anna is and what she's all about. So Anna was pregnant with his baby. He wasn't ready for responsibility, so he left her like 3 months ago. He's been trying to call her, he hasn't been able to get a response or anything. Apparently when all this happened, he told her he wasn't ready for a kid and he wanted an abortion. And after that, she just left and he hasn't heard from her since. So in between time, while being a chauffeur, he's also a novelist. Or he's writing a novel or whatever. Then he gets him out the car to meet the rest of the crew. Getting that smoke, going to get that crackhead. Then he gets back on the road. And while his phone is ringing, I'm pretty sure George is calling him. Some random ass motorcycle dude starts banging on his window. I'm like, who is this? Just banging on his window for whatever reason. Then he goes back to pick up the guys. They're supposed to meet up somewhere. Well, it turns out they were actually following somebody's car. Then the boys come out of nowhere and pull him over. I have no idea why they even pulled him over. It's weird. Then he's just chilling out there with his dog. I didn't even know he brought his dog along with him. Then they all get back in the car. Then they go inside of this parking lot. He gets in another car with this guy. He's got to give him some money to get somebody's location. Yeah, some dude named Simon. Then out of nowhere, this motherfucker Michael kills up in the car. He gets himself a big ass gun and starts pointing it at the dude Boy just paid money to. Now George is all worried, and by the way, this is the most he's ever talked to Boy the entire movie. You would think I'm just skipping ahead at random, but seriously, I have no idea what's going on. So by the line, they get out their car, they run down the steps, and he takes George over to the restaurant that Simon's supposed to be, apparently. The security guard's being a nuisance, so George is going there as Mr. Wong, and Boy is supposed to be his translator. So after they get in, they're basically waiting on Simon. This lady comes out of nowhere and says she's sorry he's in for the inconvenience. George tells him he can go on home. He was saying he can handle the business from here. He appreciates everything he's done for him. But he doesn't go home yet. He goes into the bathroom, and Simon pops up right next to him. Apparently he's known her from somewhere. Boy doesn't even say nothing, he didn't recognize him, or doesn't acknowledge him anyway. Then afterwards he dips out. Before he dipped out, he listened to people playing music. All of a sudden, a parrot popped up on his shoulder. It's like, what the fuck? He gets a call from Mao. Mao gives him some instructions. He goes back to his car, gets his dog Maddie, and as he's about to leave, George comes back out and stops him. He gives him a text message about where Michael is, and they ride out so they can go get him. They go out to the spot. All of a sudden, you got this dude that's about to torture this nigga Simon. He tells them to take all their stuff out their pockets and strip down. After they do that, they tell him to get in the van. Once they get to the van, there's Michael all beaten up and bloody. Once they get in the van, they lock him in there. As for Simon, they put a acetylene torch to his nuts. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, did this guy owe money or something? What the heck happened? Yeah, my man, exactly. Then they realize they're stuck in the car. George gives Boy his briefcase so he can smash open the window. He climbs out and sees his car on fire. Oh shit, Maddie's still in there. What the fuck, man? Damn it, his dog got done. And then here comes Mal out of nowhere. Where the fuck he been at? All this craziness and mayhem going on. I wish I had a clue to what the fuck was happening. And then we have day 3. As he's heading back to the house to see his aunt, he discovers somebody on his bed. But who is it? Well, as it turns out, this is boo Anna. So that's who Anna is. Okay. She actually got him a present, which is a writing pad and a pen. And so yeah, she just came back in his life and she has no idea the things he's been through in the last 2 days. Hell, she think the dog ran away, but we know what happened to the dog. So I'm guessing his job is still gonna be chauffeuring. He drops off Michael and George at the airport. They thank him for everything. And then here comes this guy again that was staring at him earlier in the bakery shop. So he's like, seriously, who are you? Do I know you? He's like, no, I'm just an actor, and just walks off. And I'm like, what was his purpose? To make him paranoid or something? I'm like, what the fuck? Then he ends up picking up this next lady that he's supposed to chauffeur around. Turns out she used to be part owner of the T Hotel. That hotel that was red and whatever. I don't know what meaning that's supposed to have to the audience because we're confused about every goddamn thing that's going on. Then he looks at a picture of him and Anna on the dashboard. And as he's driving, apparently the fucking parrot decided to pop up on his hood. And that's it. This by far is the most confused I've ever been watching a movie. Did the Asian dudes know Simon or something? Why did Michael seem cool and all of a sudden point a gun at somebody that was supposed to be looking for Simon? That boy already paid to. What kind of shady business is Mal running with all these goddamn contemporaries? Why was Simon being set up like this? Does he owe people money? Why did Anna even bother coming back even if she knew Boy wasn't ready for his responsibilities? Who, what, where, when, why, how? Somebody watch this movie and help me figure this shit out. Boy on Netflix. Check it out. Like, click, subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. Click these, y'all, easy, miss. Big, you got that slogan.